Hi everyone, welcome to today's nail art tutorial as part of Stand Together Glam Together. My name is Erin and I'm a nail technician based in Edinburgh. What I'm going to be showing you in the video today is how you can create a really cool negative space snake print design on your nails. The great thing about this video is that it's something you can recreate at home because we're just going to be using regular nail polish for this. I'm so thrilled to be taking part in Stand Together Glam Together this year. For me, just being able to share with you my love for all things nails and nail art in order to raise money for two amazing charities is just fantastic. The two charities that we're supporting this year are the British Red Cross and also the Hair and Beauty charity. If you would like to find out more about the amazing work they do, you can head over to the Stand Together Glam Together website and social media pages. And also there you will find a donation link. So if you're in a position to do so, I would really encourage you to please donate to help us raise money today for these amazing causes. I will begin the video just with a quick run through of the items you'll need to create this nail design, and then we'll just get straight into it. So yeah, thanks again for joining. I hope that you enjoy it and have fun trying it out at home. So first thing that we need is a base coat and a sheer nude colour. We also need two contrasting colours that are going to be for the snake skin. We need a red polish that will be for a snake tongue and a clear top coat to finish it off. A tile or foil for a palette, some tape, a little piece of netting. I'm going to use a sponge, a hair clip or a Kirby grip would also work, just a little thin paintbrush, and also a pair of scissors. So before going in with the polish, I have already filed my nails into shape and just really gently pushed back the cuticles. I've already gone in and popped on the base coat. It's really important not to skip that step. That just gives a little bit of extra protection to your nails and stops like the colour of the polish from staining them. And then it's just a case of doing two coats of the sheer nude base polish. And before we move on to the next step, you just want to make sure that you're going to give this some additional drying time, just because we're going to be popping some of the tape onto your nails, so we just need to make sure that it's 100% dry before we move on to that step. So this is a rough idea of the design that we're aiming for. So the head on the thumbnail and the body snaking across the rest of the nails. So we're going to start with our index finger and just take our first little piece of tape, and we're just going to cut that into two pieces with a curved line to mirror the shape of the snake's body. We just take the first piece of tape and just place that on your nail where you would like it to go, and just secure that down, and then taking the second piece of tape and just placing that on as well. So then I'm just going to take a second just to make sure that it's all pressed down nice and securely before I go on to grab my piece of netting. So it's just a case of folding that over the nail and taking your hair clip and securing that into place. At this point, this is when you can grab your tile or a little bit of kitchen foil. We're just going to blob on some of the first colour of nail polish for the snake. And you're just going to dab the sponge into that and sponge that onto the nail. So just going over that until you're happy with the coverage that you've got. And then going to take the second colour for the snake. Again, just placing that onto the palette and dabbing the sponge in and popping that over the top. For the second colour, you don't want to entirely cover the first colour that you've got on, you're just wanting to get a nice sort of mottled effect on the top. Once you're happy with that, you just need to carefully take off your netting and then peel off the sellotape. And once you've done that, that's going to reveal the first section of the snake body. So there we have it. So that's the first finger done. And it's then just a case of repeating the process for your other nails. So just taking new pieces of tape and referring back to the design and just cutting them into the relevant shape that you would like, and repeating the process with the netting and the sponging. Also, just to note that you'll need to pop some fresh polish onto the palette before you start each finger, just as it will dry quite quickly in the air. So while I'm doing this and working my way along the rest of my nails, it's a good time just to talk about some of the benefits of negative space manicures. So with a negative space manicure, that's really when we're using this sort of sheer base colour for the nails. So we're allowing like some of the natural nail to show through on the manicure. It's a really great option because it doesn't show up wear and tear on your manicure as much as using like a solid opaque colour would. So any little chips or wear at the end, or like regrowth in your cuticle area, that's going to be nicely disguised with the negative space. So as I say, it can just help keep your manicure looking fresher for that little bit longer. So now that we're coming on to our pinky, we're just going to do this slightly differently. So cut your tape in the same way, but when we're placing it on the nail, instead of putting the two bits of tape parallel, we're just going to overlap them slightly at one side just to give us that pointed end shape to the tail, and then just following the same process as before. So that's us now got all the body sections of the snake done. So we're moving on to our thumbnail where we'll have the head shape. So again, just using tape to create our template shape and just cutting it out slightly different. So straight line for the neck and cutting a kind of diamond shape out at the top for the head. Once you've got that, just placing it on the nail again, just where you would like it. So I've got mine coming up from the corner, just pressing it down so it's nicely secured, and again, just grabbing your piece of netting and securing that into place with the clip. Again, just popping our polish onto the tile, dabbing that on top until you've got the coverage that you would like, and then coming in with the darker colour to create the mottled effect on top. And then removing the netting and the tape to reveal the shape underneath. If there's any bits that haven't quite come through with the sponging, you can just grab the little paintbrush at this point and just dab additional colour on just to fill in any gaps that you've got. And then just check over your other nails as well. So I'm just going to sort of sharpen up the pinky as well. Once you're happy with that, it's just a case of then painting on the tongue. So just dabbing on some red onto your tile and then just doing a little line and the split end for the snake's tongue there. It's then just a case of doing a little tidy up. So if there's any little polish that's ended up on your skin surrounding the nails, just grabbing a cotton bud dipped in nail polish remover and just wiping that off. So then the last thing that we need to do is just go in with our top coat. Again, you just need to make sure that you give the design a little bit of additional drying time. If we pop the top coat on before the design's fully dried, it just might end up streaking and dragging the design with the top coat. So just making sure that it's fully dried before you go in with that. It's important just not to skip the top coat as well, because that just really pulls the finished design together, gives it that nice smooth shiny look, and is going to give that extra bit of protection as well to help your manicure last that bit longer. And there we have it. So that is our finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you do recreate this look at home, I would love to see your results. Please tag me in your creations, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the event.